Oftentimes when you travel, the hardest part of going on vacation is getting on vacation. Cancun Shuttle, for me personally, is the best way to do it because their process is so easy. It's impossible for you to mess this up. So in this video, I'm going to put all of your fears at ease. A lot of people get taken advantage of and they jump in a taxi and they don't really understand that they're going to get like super surcharged, or they don't know the price. And the hardest part about going to a new country or immigration and things in general is you don't have any control of how long it's going to be, or you don't really know how the process is. I'm going to show you the easiest way to get from Cancun Airport to wherever your resort may be in Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Riviera Maya. Now, I'll be honest with you, the first time that I went through this process, I was freaking out because immigration line was so long and I was just like a cow being herded. Like I was just following the crowds, and next thing you know, like 2.5 hours go by and I'm freaking out because I'm like, they were supposed to pick me up at this time, and what if they're not there? How am I gonna get from the airport to the resort? Like I don't know Spanish like that to be able to, haggle with the taxi or whatever I need to do. Like, do I even have cell service? I don't have cell service outside of the airport. And at the time I was like, duh, Emily, like you do have cell service. It's Mexico. But all these things cross your mind as you're going through immigration because you kind of start freaking out. Just to put your mind at ease, the way the Cancun Shuttle works is they have a representative that hangs out at the airport all day, basically.
Hello there.
They're just hanging out there as people come in. They're just checking names off and giving them a shuttle. They check your name off and they bring you to a shuttle. So it's not this one guy, which is what I was picturing in my mind. I don't know why, but it's not just one guy who's waiting there for you particularly. It's a set of shuttles that their job is just to shuttle whoever this guy puts into the shuttle to wherever they're going. So let me just take some of that anxiety away, like right off the bat. Do not worry about how long it takes you to get through customs. They know you're coming, they have your flight information, and they're going to be waiting for you, and they're going to make sure you get from the airport to your resort worry-free. Because these guys have been doing this for like years, so they know how immigration is and how long it can take, especially when there's this large influx of planes all landing at the same time and everything. Don't worry about how long it's gonna take you. They have your name on a board and they're not leaving until you get into a shuttle, so don't worry. Another thing that's probably gonna give you some anxiety when you land in Cancun Airport is there's just people everywhere yelling at you, kind of like, taxi, taxi, do you need help? Miss, do you need help? Can I help you? Like, let's be real, after you exit customs, it is a free-for-all, and it is timeshare central, it is taxi central. Like, just keep walking, and look for a guy in an orange vest. It's really that easy. Like, just keep your head down, keep going. Nobody's gonna bother you like that. It's not like they're hustling you or anything, but they're gonna try. Like, doesn't hurt to try, right? So just know that people are going to be talking to you, but just keep walking. Don't worry about anybody else. Just keep going to the guy in the orange vest. Now, if for some reason you can't find them or they went to the bathroom or something for a minute, you could just ask some of the other drivers. You know the ones that are more reputable because they'll have like signs that say whatever service they're with. So again, the guy with the orange vest is going to have a sign that says Cancun Shuttle on it. So you'll know right away that's your guy. So what happened to me personally is my friend landed in the other terminal, I thought. So I was freaking out because at that time my phone had just died and I was trying to charge it up really quick, and I was trying to figure out where he was. And luckily there's this little center bar, so we ended up just meeting up at the bar and he was able to find me because he was looking for the same shuttle. But I started freaking out because I was like, I didn't know there's like more than one terminal. What if my friend landed in the other terminal or something? Cancun Shuttle is going to connect you with whoever you're meeting with. Your name is on a clipboard. It's probably attached to the other person's name. They will help you find your person. I was lucky enough that he actually landed in the same terminal as me, but I had that moment of like, oh shoot. So now that my friend and I had finally found each other, we were like, dude, we need to relax. Let's just have a beer. It's been a long flight. It's been a long day. Let's just chillax for a second and like get ourselves back together. Don't be like sitting there getting too many drinks. Like they do have a time schedule that you're supposed to arrive at a certain time, but even when you're there might be a little bit of a wait. So you're not going to be the only one in the shuttle. They're shuttling a number of people. So ask them, can we get on the next shuttle? If you do want to have a couple of drinks before you get on the shuttle, our shuttle driver was nice enough to even just let us take our beer with us on the shuttle because we were actually the last 2 people for the day. So he was like, dude, just come with me, take your beers with you, and you're good to go. So we lucked out with that one, but it might be a thing in Mexico. I don't know. I didn't really ask like open container laws or any of that stuff like we have in the US. So that was our instance that we were the only 2 in the shuttle. But the reality is you're going to get shuttled off with somebody else probably. So you're not going straight from the airport to your hotel. It's probably going to be a while. So if your resort, for example, is like 45 minutes from the airport, tack on another like half an hour plus immigration, so that's another like 2 hours. So it could be a while, like after you land at the airport. Maybe your flight gets in at 2 p.m. or something. You might not be getting out of the actual airport until like 5 o'clock or something. You're gonna have to tack on the time that it takes for them to drop the other people off. You might be the last person to get dropped off, so they might have like 2 or 3 other couples to drop off before they drop you off. Don't worry. All that matters is you made it on vacation. The hotel knows you're coming also. So don't stress about like you have to be there at a certain time or any of that stuff. Because a lot of times check-in at the resort is not even until 3 o'clock anyway. So they might let you in prematurely, but you won't be able to get into your room right away. And you've officially landed in Mexico. So what does time matter? It really doesn't matter. Once you're on vacation, you're just on vacation time. Like how they say it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's the vibe. It's just like you do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. It's happy hour all day, all night, especially in that beautiful weather. You're going to have a great time. So just chill out and relax, and you'll get there when you get there. And that's all that matters. And Mexico is like that in general. Like you're on island time, kind of like everything moves a lot slower down there. So just chill. If you order a drink, it's gonna take a minute. Don't think about like, oh my gosh, where's my drink? Where's my drink? Like, just chill, enjoy your vacation, chillax. So you're gonna stop at other resorts on the way to your resort. Unless your resort is the first one, then you're gonna be the last people on the shuttle on the way back. So when you do your return trip, you're going to go ahead and set that up either with the driver or you're going to set it up through the resort itself. So just make sure you ask the driver, how do I set up the return trip? They'll give you the directions or tell you there's a rep on property, which most of the time that's how it is. There's like a transportation rep on property who will set up all the shuttles for you. And for your flight going back, they do get you there on the earlier side because of all the different things that go on with immigration and everything. If you're flying out at like 1 p.m., you're probably going to have to leave the resort at like 9 or 10 o'clock, depending on how far the airport is from your resort and everything. So just know it's not like in US where you just get there an hour before. That was back in 2022, I think, when I was there. So things might have changed for 2025, but generally speaking, for most resorts, even with my last trip to Dominican Republic, we did have to be there 3 hours before our flight. So we had to leave 4 hours before our flight because our hotel was about like 45 minutes from the airport. So just know a lot of your day is going to be taken in travel, but it is what it is. Maybe tack on an extra day just to, counteract that travel time. Another thing about Cancun Shuttle to keep in mind is they're only taking you from the airport to your resort or from the resort to your airport. They're not going to make like side stops. I know a lot of times taxi drivers will ask if you want to make a side stop and get something for the resort or something. This is just straight shuttling. They have a schedule to keep, so they're just dropping you off and picking you up, and that's it. They're not going to make any side stops for you. And just talking you through the process a little bit when you do buy the ticket. So it's like a round trip ticket that you're going to get, and you're going to get a confirmation email, and all these instructions will be in that email. So you can always refer back to that. If you want, print it out because I think all of their vital information will be on there. If you need their phone number or, you can't find it, I'll leave it down below in the description. I'll also leave their website down below so you can check that out as well. They have a lot of information on there so you can, again, ease some of your fears and some of your anxiety. It's really easy. And I suggest you watch this video next because that's going to show you what it's like when you go back to the airport, and it'll show you the process of how you get through and give you an airport tour. They have Starbucks there, by the way. They have a whole ton of stuff there. They even have a pharmacy. It's pretty crazy. Otherwise, this is the video YouTube thinks you should watch the most, so I'll see you in one of those.